My name is Karla Nor Holmbäck, and I'm an animation director, and I also work as an illustrator for children's books. I've always drawn, never stopped as a kid, and then I started doing these small stop-motion films, and my father helped me with the setup and buying clay. And then in my teen years, I met Sarah Koppel, which is a Danish animation artist, and she really opened my eyes to this world. Like, it was magical to see my characters start moving around, and then I was a part of film school in the animation department in a project, and I experienced this community that they have making a film, and that felt amazing, because I came from, like, I was just my own. I wanted to be an artist and working with my own stuff, but I never liked being on my own. I love working with other people. So that kind of, there it kind of, yeah, clicked for me. It was like, okay, this is a nice place to be. My parents wasn't like a big fan of the cartoons they showed in the television, and they were not fan of American Disney films. So I think in that way I was kind of pushed into this world of Cirkeline and Jannik Hastrup, old school animation style, and I never really had the dream of working with films because I didn't think that was possible. And I have this feeling of life can always change. And right now I'm working with animation, but maybe in 10, 20 years, I'm doing something else. You know, I don't have this, like, I just want to be on the red carpet and have prizes in Cannes. You know, I go where, you know, life takes me and my inspiration. I work with animation for children. It's I'm not interested in doing animation for grown-ups. In Denmark we really need more animation for children. We need to continue this tradition we have, the tradition of making films for children. And I think children is a very important audience. We all have a childhood memory of watching a film or reading a book that kind of follows us throughout life. And if you can create these experience for the children, that's an amazing audience. And it's also the most honest audience, and I also really like that, because you always know if the thing you made, if it works or if it doesn't. Yeah, and you can feel it on their, you know, their body language, and like if the cinema is like, you can feel they start buzzing because they're bored, and or they're just like, oh, because it's so exciting. Yeah, I love my children audience. It's the best. I think the amazing thing with animation is that everything is possible. You can create all kinds of universes. That's a magic power to have. Yeah, for me it's like when for example, at this moment, I'm right now working on a treatment for a new feature, and it's a universe of insects. And for me it's like to dive into this like fantasy world. Maybe it's also kind of like escape from the real world. Yeah. It's important for me to make universes that I like to be in myself. Also because you have to be in them for so long when you work with features. So I think it have this kind of escape feeling that I'm diving into my own fantasy universe. I'm, like a lot of other people, a big fan of Miyazaki. I saw Chihiro when I was 9 years old, and it just really catched me, and I fell in love with the dragon. Later on, I'm really inspired of the work of Cartoon Saloon. I think they do beautiful graphics and nice stories. And then I also love to just scroll through Vimeo and find all kind of like art animation shorts. But I feel that I'm like getting, you know, inspiration from all over. For me, it takes long time to develop an idea. So often I have several like projects, but they're building up in me over time. I feel that it's like inspiration and it kind of comes naturally for me. I kind of feel that I'm this collector of inspiration. So, for example, one project I'm working on now, this insect project, but I get inspiration from the nature, and I think climate is an important subject to talk about. Maybe my inspiration also comes from when I have something. I feel that I have something to say about a specific subject, and you have to say something. You have to have something that you want to give to the world. Yeah, I'm in a way pretty chaotic in my method of getting ideas and, you know, working on a lot of stuff at the same time, and, you know, it's like this. Yeah. When I know what my idea is and what I want to work with, it's pretty common for me to collect a lot of visual materials, and then I also, you know, I begin to write and just start my collecting all the things in that I need for my process. I'm not a good animator. I rather won't animate. I want experienced people to do that. But I usually make the overall graphic look, like kind of a production designer, I think. Yeah, I like write a treatment, and then I give it to a script writer, and they help me work with the story. I really enjoy the working with the animators because I can feel I miss it. I haven't been in production for 2-3 years now, and I really miss to have this team and work with the animators and work with the acting in the characters. For me, every community and teams are important. It's important for us to be with other people because, like, making a film, you know, it's a vulnerable to, you know, wanted to show the world your art and your film and stuff. And when you have your team, you feel more safe because then we are all in it together. and it's our film. It's not my film anymore, it's our work. You became this family, this animation family. And I also think that's why I really miss my team when I'm not working with them, because you really have this family kind of feeling. For me, it's one of like the difficult points in this film world. It's when you apply for funding and you have a great idea for a great film, and then you get a rejection. Nobody thinks your idea is that great. That can feel tough. Also because it's a long process. Actually, as a film director, I don't have this. I want to quit. But 3 months ago, I felt as an illustrator that I was like, I'm gonna quit. I think the salary and the work condition in the illustration business is awful, and it's better in the animation industry. So maybe that's why I'm not that angry in the animation business, because it's so much worse in the illustration. I think I have an ability to close down in a good and a bad way. So when I get like critique for people I don't respect, like people who write a bad review of your work or something, I just shut it out. And then often it kind of gets to me like later on. I don't want anyone to knock me out. No. Yeah. So I really try to not listen. I once heard a radio show and someone said, if everybody likes you, you're probably a pretty boring person. And it really resonates with me. So I'm like, all right, someone likes this and someone likes this, and I like this. Right now, I'm working on a story for a feature. I would love to do more feature films. I'm in development on a TV series. That will also be fantastic. But I kind of feel I'm pretty open of whatever happens in the future. For me, it's also really important to balance, work life and parent life. And because this business is so shaky, it's also important for me to have, I bought a boat and I like to sail, and I also need to go on other adventures. Yeah. If I had a lot of money to make a film, I would do it the old school, hand-drawn way. Classic animation, yeah. I would really love to make classic animation. But in Denmark, we don't have the budget to make a feature animation in that way. I think you can feel on the films that is made like classic animated, you can feel it. And I like that feeling. I like that feeling of, you can feel that it's real somewhere in there at the screen. It's also a bit jumpy. It's not like super smooth and, perfect. It had this kind of natural flaws. I work with this method. Keep your darlings. Everybody is saying kill your darlings, but I'm saying keep your darlings, because your darlings is that what gives you like the drive and the inspiration and the love for your work. And I think like the love for your work is just so important when you work in this business. Also because the darlings are often the experiments. That's where you do something else or do something new or are on this kind of like shaky ground. And I miss that in the films I see. It's a tough business, and so you need to, you know, put all the love into your work. Yeah. Keep your darlings.